Wigan, government is finally starting to cut back on the eye-watering £8 million a day cost of housing migrants in hotels. They say they're going to return 50 of them to public use by the end of January. Now, we asked a question earlier on today on talkTV whether you were affected by any of this, and 63% of you said that you were in your local area. Sharon in Wigan is going to be talking to us very shortly. Basically, an awful lot of people are very unhappy about what's been going on in their hometowns. Let's cross now to talkTV's very own correspondent, Nick Ellerby, who is in Wigan, outside a migrant hotel. Nick, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
So, what's the situation where you are? It looks like nice, reasonable setting. It looks not particularly urban. It looks as though it's got a nice bit of ground around it. What's the hotel and how many people are in there?
So I'm in front of the Britannia Hotel, just near Wigan, actually. We're in Standish. It's a small town just north of Wigan. We're just off junction 27 of the M6. Standish is quite a small town, 13,000 people. And here there are two asylum seeker hotels. Behind me, the Britannia, which was actually voted Britain's worst hotel chain 10 years running. So this one, not exactly the lap of luxury. But the other side of Standish, there is a four-star spa hotel as well called Kilhay Court, which is being used to house asylum seekers. That's since September. There was a protest in the town of Standish about that, and also a smaller counter-protest we can get into in a minute if you want. But I've been in the area for the last 24 hours, and I've asked the people of Standish how they feel about this news that the government is going to start to sort of shut places like this down.
I think that Standish is probably not the right place for them. We're a little bit too rural, and I think the general consensus in Standish will be it's a good decision.
Don't get me wrong, I don't mind asylum seekers, but there has been a lot of problems going on around it. Not saying that it's them, it's just what you generally hear, like people moaning about and taking over everywhere.
If the boot was on the other foot, they'd be screaming the odds the other way, you know. It isn't fair, you know, and nobody would like to be in that position. And in war-torn countries, we have to be seen to be doing something.
So I have to say that last guy here in Standish near Wigan is in the minority. Most of the people we've spoken to here are quite happy that they're getting, especially what they call their kind of community assets back. Kilhay Court, which is the other one, the other hotel here used to house asylum seekers, is a big wedding venue, hosts lots of parties, but the gym and the pool have been closed down while the asylum seekers are living there. I've also spoken to local councillor as well, and Deputy Mayor of Wigan, Debbie Parkinson, and she told me the community has been very welcoming to refugees and asylum seekers.
I think we've done our bit now. We've helped residents, we've been welcoming, but the community needs the hotels back. Birthday parties, funerals, weddings, all sorts of leisure facilities, and it's time to return it back to the community.
So the people of Standish very much looking forward to having these hotels back. We are not exactly sure which ones will be in that first 50, Mike, that are to be handed back to communities before January, and the government also promising another 50 by the end of March.
Okay. Nick Ellerby, thank you very much indeed, reporting in to us from just outside of Wigan, a place called Standish. Why is it always the politicians who seem to get it completely wrong when it comes to the feelings of the local community? We heard there from the local councillor saying, oh yes, the community's been very welcoming. Well, not on the evidence of what I'm seeing. We're going to talk to Sharon in Wigan in a second. How about this from Benedict, who says, as someone from Wigan who lives very near to the area of Standish, I can safely say most people are really unimpressed. Why are we surprised? Proper northern towns have been ruined through decades of Labour and Tory incompetence. Most are no longer recognisable. Sharon's in Wigan. Sharon, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Do you recognise what Benedict said there more than what the councillor said?
Yes, definitely what Benedict said. I just don't get what's going on, because people round here have to pay for the elderly private in care homes, which cost £1,000 a week, which the elderly are forced to sell their homes to pay for the care. But yet they can have thousands of people coming in, what's not put a penny in tax.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just find it absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. Listen, Sharon, thank you very much indeed. I think most people who have had their communities sort of uprooted, if you like, are asking questions as to how much longer it's going to go on for. The government are saying it's going to stop in January. Well, is it, though? Because are these people going to have to be moved somewhere else? We shall see. Well, coming up, we'll take more of your calls on that as well. 0344 499 1000, of course. We've got a lot of very, very strong messages coming in on this subject as well, which we will also get to.